Have you ever wondered how ancient civilizations built cities that rivaled and in many ways surpassed those of ancient Rome or Greece? Right here in the Americas? We're often taught about the pyramids of Egypt and the Colosseum. But what about the sprawling metropolises of the Maya, the Aztec, and the mysterious builders of Teotihuacan? These weren't just random collections of buildings. They were masterpieces of urban planning. Cosmic blueprints etched into the very landscape. Today, we're journeying back in time to uncover the secret city planning that shaped Mesoamerican empires. This is the story of ancient urban genius. Let's start our journey at a place shrouded in mystery, a city so grand that later civilizations believed it was built by giants. Flourishing over 1,000 years before the Aztecs, Teotihuacan was one of the largest cities in the world, home to over 100,000 people. As you walk its central artery, the Avenue of the Dead, you're not just on a road, you're on a carefully aligned cosmic axis. The entire city is laid out on a precise grid oriented about 15.5 degrees east of true north. Why this specific angle? Archaeologists believe it aligns with the rising point of the Pleiades star cluster or the setting sun on specific, agriculturally significant dates. This wasn't just for aesthetics. It was about synchronizing human life with the celestial cycles that govern their world. The Pyramid of the Sun, the third largest pyramid in the world, is perfectly positioned to mark these solar events. Living in Teotihuacan meant living within a giant, sacred clock. The city's planning was also incredibly practical. Beneath the grand avenues and pyramids lies a complex system of underground drains and canals. Managing the seasonal rains and preventing floods, a testament to their advanced engineering. But what's truly fascinating is how the city was organized. Teotihuacan was a multi-ethnic metropolis, and its layout reflected this. Distinct apartment compounds housed different communities, each with its own courtyards, temples, and workshops. These weren't just homes. They were self-contained neighborhoods that fostered community while being part of a larger, integrated urban fabric. This modular design allowed the city to expand organically without losing its structure, a lesson modern city planners could learn from. Teotihuacan shows us that for ancient Mesoamericans, a city was a living entity, a mirror of the cosmos, and a machine for social harmony. Now, let's travel south into the dense jungles of Guatemala and Mexico, to the heart of the Maya civilization. Unlike the rigid grid of Mayan cities like Tikal or Calakmul seem to sprawl more organically, adapting to the challenging terrain of hills, swamps, and dense rainforest. But don't be fooled by their seemingly chaotic layout. There's a profound order here, too. One dictated by sacred geography and political power. At the core of every Mayan city was the ceremonial center, a complex of towering pyramids, palaces, and plazas. These plazas were the city's lungs, hosting markets, religious ceremonies, and public gatherings. The pyramids themselves were more than just tombs or temples. They were sacred mountains, man-made connections between the earthly realm and the heavens. Their alignment often corresponds to solar and lunar events, particularly the solstices and equinoxes, reinforcing the divine authority of the ruler who was seen as the intermediary between the gods and the people. The famous El Castillo at Chichen Itza, for example, is a massive solar calendar in stone whereon a serpent of light appears to slither down its staircase. But how did they support huge populations in a jungle environment? The secret lies in their sophisticated water management. The Maya were masters of hydraulics. In Tikal, they constructed vast reservoirs, lined with clay to prevent seepage and connected by canals to capture and store rainwater. They built raised fields and agricultural terraces to make the most of the land, creating a sustainable system that fed hundreds of thousands causeways, known as sakbib, or white roads, paved with limestone, connected the ceremonial centers to residential areas, and even linked different cities together, acting as arteries for trade, communication, and military movement. Mayan urbanism was a brilliant fusion of adapting to nature while simultaneously reshaping it to reflect their cosmic beliefs. Finally, let's journey to the heart of the Aztec Empire, the magnificent city of Tenochtitlan, built on an island in the middle of Lake Texcoco. It was a Venice of the New World, a marvel of engineering that left the Spanish conquistadors speechless. When Hernan Cortes and his men arrived in 1519, they saw a city of gleaming white temples and palaces rising from the water, connected by massive causeways and bustling with canals. It was home to over 200,000 people, larger than any European city of its time. The genius of Tenochtitlan was its solution to the challenge of its location. The Aztecs didn't just build on an island. They built the island itself. They created chinampas, or floating gardens, which were artificial plots of land made from woven reeds and lake mud. These were incredibly fertile, allowing for up to 7 harvests a year and providing the food needed to sustain the massive population. This system of agriculture was integrated directly into the urban landscape, with canals acting as streets for canoe traffic, transporting goods directly from the gardens to the great market of Teotihuacan. Like the cities before it, Tenochtitlan was also a cosmic map. The city was divided into 4 quadrants, representing the 4 directions of the universe, with the sacred precinct, the Templo Mayor, at its absolute center. This dual pyramid was the spiritual heart of the empire, dedicated to Huitzilopochtli, the god of war and the sun, and Tlaloc, the god of rain and fertility. Its very location was believed to be the spot where the Aztecs saw an eagle devouring a serpent on a cactusy divine sign to end their long migration and build their capital. The entire city, from its chinampas to its temples, was a physical manifestation of the Aztec worldview, a testament to their power and their sacred destiny. From the celestial grid of Teotihuacan to the jungle-adapted cities of the Maya and the aquatic wonder of Tenochtitlan, we see a common thread. These were not just places to live. They were instruments for organizing society, integrating humanity with nature, and aligning life with the cosmos. The planners of these ancient cities were astronomers, engineers, priests, and sociologists, all rolled into one. They understood that a city's design could shape the lives, beliefs, and destiny of its people. Their legacy, etched in stone and earth, reminds us that the cities we build are reflections of who we are and what we believe. They are the ultimate expression of our relationship with the world around us. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the architectural genius of ancient Mesoamerica. It's truly incredible what these civilizations were able to achieve. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the forgotten corners of history. Let me know in the comments which ancient city you'd love to visit most. Until next time, stay curious.